Now we go into the outside section. Once the animals get better and they get their bandages taken off, this is where they come. We have 2 waterfowl pools. They need to get acclimated, they need to stretch their wings, they need to get a lot of their waterproofing back, to get used to the weather again. There's one merganser there dunking his head, they look so happy. We have heat lights hanging, they can stand under the heat lights when it gets cold, and they stay on all night, the heat lamps. If they ever get cold, they can just, go under the lamp. We have plexiglass and plastic all around. This is the south waterfowl pen, this is the north waterfowl pen. Swans, gulls. And we are very crowded because it is hunting season and a lot of these animals are ready to go, but we need to wait until February 1st. This here is the songbird aviary. This was built in part from a grant from the Ahimsa Foundation back in the year 2000. The double door system aviary complex. We walk in, and we've got the hallways and the doors on either side. Keep right in here. This is the small songbirds, which you don't have too much of because a lot of them migrate now. So luckily we don't have too many songbirds, which is very good. Just a lot of ducks and geese. That's a great blue heron back there. This is a second aviary for larger songbirds. We have a grackle up here. I'm not sure who else is in here. Each aviary is stuffed with Christmas trees that were donated by a local landscape place that after Christmas, so they couldn't sell anymore, they gave them to us. So the birds can hide in them and keep warm in them at night. We have a great blue heron here. They're very high stress, so I will just open this up. You can see his legs. Or maybe I don't have to open it up. You can see his legs under here. They definitely need a place to hide. They get very upset when they have no place where they can hide. I'll just open this up so you can see another great blue heron behind the trees there. One great blue heron was transferred from Buffalo because it's so cold up there and they didn't do well. They don't do well upstate in Buffalo at all. And he missed his migration, so they asked if we could take him here, which is further south, and complete his rehabilitation here. Complex where we keep our birds of prey that cannot be released. We have a few red-tailed hawks in here that are permanently injured and they can't be released, so they come with some programs. In classrooms, they'll sit on the glove. And basically it's to teach people that what happened to these birds, why they got injured. It was usually a human conflict, and what you can do to prevent these types of injuries. So they serve as good ambassadors. Another complex, education complex for a great blue owl. I think actually he's out on the walk right now. That's his cage. And then our mammal complex. They're similar to the aviary complex. You walk in, double door system. Cages are off of the hallway. Charts. There's a red-tailed hawk in here. Even though it's a mammal complex, it seems like we always get more birds than mammals. So when we're short of cages, we put some of the birds in the mammal complex. Pheasant in here someplace, and I won't disturb him because he's got this nice tree he's hiding behind. They say a good cage for rehabilitation is a cage where you cannot see the animal. That's considered a good cage. This is empty. Another red-tailed hawk in here. This guy looks like he's almost ready to go. Eastern gray squirrel. Kidnapped. He came in as a juvenile, a very late baby, in November. Somebody had him for a few weeks and tamed him, so we're trying to get him a little wild before we let him go again. Two squirrels in this cage. Probably in their hiding boxes. A woodchuck out here, which he actually is in partial hibernation, which is good to get them, hibernating for them at this time of year is natural, so he's in a partial hibernation state. And this cage is empty. And that's it. Deer. A deer pen, recently renovated and we made it a lot larger. The fence here is where it used to be. There will play kinds of places where they can hide. A lot of them came in hit by cars. Again, we don't want to release them either because it's right in the middle of hunting season for them too. That's pretty much it. That concludes the tour. Thank you.